so a song. Yamamato Mama Kwaba. Kasiebo I chato ewa na demu ena ye there so more. Our TV XYZ Power 97.9 Radio XYZ 93.1 FM. So Kasiebo ye different number 37 Abebrese Street Osu Accra Ghana. Ebekwa kofa Volta Power so 94.1. Global FM ewo ho sharp 106.9 Watakra den Suruma FM ewo Kram Kwanta Buemu wo Jessica Ginyame ewo Sampa nananu wa forgo so Western Radio ewo Exiama Elembele KFM 92.5 and also wakpa Zanglegi FM wo Ball VC Radio ni TV ewo Dunko no Fin Atom Local FM wa Sasitre High Radio so ewo Bechem Radio SMonline.com Apple 68 FM ewo Virginia USA tune in your power 97.9 Daisy Radio Whiteley Adam Fopa Radio Power Life Radio ewo UK OPD Radio you my xyzonline.com multi TV digibox ne so radio channel XYZ so Kasiebo and nam ho Facebook ya power 979 TV XYZ Ghana and in Radio XYZ 93.1. Now YouTube ya XYZ Broadcasting, Loud Silence Television, so America Brichimemu ya live. Ewo so honom. We pass some Pawidi FM Pusiga, Nyansapo FM was Shama, Gateway Radio, Ewan Quantasa, Rich FM was Infosu, Niwasi Radio Wakete Cratch 101.5 U2 Radio 1 down by Apple 68 FM so and also Nam Honum. Sunset Radio will be BN Trinity, Ewa Bogoso, NFA, Bono FM 107.5 in so NFA, Jima Information Center Wakasapin. A life was so Nayani in the Fuba Train Commander Jufei, Essence area Brenemono, and a Mankasami breaking news. Di mamu say Yera John Dramani Mahama apaw eya so afofoforo bi asang de biefi ba bia ko baabi ena ye ne nim di fu betwetwe nkomo anajofe di afa ho na Ghana mampani abedi e chobinfu je na no poko agema so to adisuafo awagentete awie e wo CAF University se ba wo mo ba no wo mo nim die no won fa mebo man empuntu oti manta mensi kropo abankra chipanyi fodo to awo mo won atutu bi dia mina MPP amanyokunu boni beng na won aye Yebeko mrashe bedwafie na sansem kro ya nam so ama women's caucus ya wo mrashe bedwam se nana ya janto akoba se Owura Alexander Fenyoma Kings enra kwan odedin fa so na ninye ho no opeso otro nkrata ebra mrashe bedwa no wo mo ma no wo mo tanachi ni wo mo nyane sa na ntimi mu asan ntimi ma marima ya miane sa na Greater Accra Regional Security Council dinafra makomako du no ba ko deadline dia mamu amotete special lagun portable se mu free ho Private schools in Kabom ye wo my Ghana mu one matron krata e dia kwakoma education ministry no nyina fa BEC results no a eba ye no ho Isama fufuruke yi ne mo ho ene ye di nkyiremu erebremo se anajofa no sebrem Kasiebo ewo TV XYZ so Power FM Radio XYZ 93.1 any affiliate stations wo Ghana ne amanone aseda we enkomanyumakui Ruta natural products no aba ti ya na wapebianom edu heba wom na akofa SM bitters abadwaman so Okada 247 yebeka ho asem atro 3P garlic mixture eno so eye droma pasola clinic pedi for say ya de na akoso abunfa bra obetu asiam let's talk educational consult madam time bomb eneda no medi Moses fo so wom asoka se boy emo eno achi no MTN 4 wom manya mfishia dua senti promotion no eguso a so enyumakwa dama enyumre yi wamo enachia brei ehu eka uko Facebook ne so a eye Power 979 FM TV XYZ ne bio Radio XYZ 93.1 wadama ubo raso a eye na wahya mafoforo nya bia hwe wodo comment na to ama e kama brepam no ye bekenkan dia ma bio so be like page no e de amaye enyumre yi ye ne age penie esi adwa esomwo mimidin Da chehima akosia oforiwa amanfo mene Accra Kofi da konkasebo no emunchirem ankasa enen na dey ene simedua nan ebopa opremotobre ho pepepe kase free so na ye breaking news no edema mo chim se Ghana mampanyine His Excellency John Dramani Mahama etimi aye reshuffle ewo nasuafo no mu na odi ebinsu abeka ho se na bia wo betumi asom ye yiye ewo eye asoe ahoro nyina emo Yera John Dramani Mahama na montua utuye no or the Yera Kenneth Gilbert Ejei akose onko ye osuafo behwe asrafo won adwumadi eso defense eye ministry NFA owura foforo bi nso a oka ho no ono so wa pa no se mbrembren on free majority leadership eye Mahama Yariga so no nso free honom na onko ye osuafo wo asoe ne baako enam so osanso so echiremu se eye osuafo a na ono nanka eye bebi abesin oye environment science and technology minister bring onka ya hubium no Dr. Zenato Ajima Rollins ono so onko saso honom no nkwohwe so enodi Ora Ahmed Ibrahim so we no e free local government chieftaincy and religious affairs ministry honom so no so onko aso fufuro na onko ye juma ewo honom sa anamontu yi Yera John Dramani Mahama onam osuafo no no ye nikasamafo Ora Phyllis Kwachi Ofoso ninsaso ninsa ehye sankrata na ase a ode ni nyinara aba no nam article 78 clause 1 ewo 1992 constitution num na ode 2 sa anamong no na ni nyinemu no imprempren busa north na she bagwani so wanga pa no James Agaga so omeye majority leader yanko ahamane so na yene openinga eba no amanyosem wabin wo mu de biara da nse bi ba ye ne no twetwe nkomo opening ne din edi Jonathan Asante Ochre enko twetwe nkomo yera yemu adwomo akwaba Asante Sabria wono executive director Dima African Institute of Strategic Studies ewo ye maimu no sa reshafo ne for reassignment and a new appointment ayera John Dramani Mahama aye no. First of all, no, eba no uso mudeng.
Already, it's just a tip of the iceberg. Now, him say, don't wanna a bit me but I think that Penny have really come to respect him. Because all I'm going to say, he appreciates the value system of this country. He has cultural sensibilities. And I say, some of us felt to say he had unduly delayed with the appointment of a defense minister and that of the environment. Just yesterday, we had 1 year memorial service in honor of the 8th, Then he comes out with a list. I mean, that's to tell you that he knew exactly what he was doing, and that Dr. Mane Buama was very close to his heart. And apart from that, he respected the memory of the dead. And I think that is a mark of a good president who appreciates the sensibilities and the value system. I think it's a job done.
All right, Sante, iti nia abei no sene waka se yera John Dramani Mahama no nti sa pressure bi ana the minority in the opposition for adre mano some months back no and kanokra.
Not at all. He really knew what he was doing, and the moment breaking news no buy a KFM for example around 102 something thereabout. That's what I said, and it appears that is a narrative that is going throughout the various platforms or news portals. But substantive changes now, Bana. I think that the focus has been on the Mr. Mahama Yarga, from majority leader to the minister for local government, religious and chieftaincy affairs. Near the Ahmed Ibrahim, had now called Works House, near the Works House in Diano, had now called defense. Defense honor. People were questioning, oh, now I can say a doctor is not. Well, it could have been here, but say a doctorate, a PhD, say a medical, I don't know. If it's a medical, I think say that particular ministry had not gone, so it fits her well. I think in Parliament, a committee chair on say intelligence and something that really fit the full, So it's still position there, apart from say Attorney General and probably Finance Ministry. Anybody else can perform the role of that particular ministry. But sometimes any power background or some kind of experiences are eboa. But to say we feel more opening Kenneth here at Nakwakoto on a J or something of that sort. We feel in the background he's been a deputy defense minister before, so it means he has more experience than anybody else within the system or within the government. So it is well in order. And for the president to nominate you to become the defense minister, it means you have 100% allegiance to the president. It's a very sensitive position. Then with Mahama Yaragan, you will have to appreciate the fact that CRC, Constitutional Review Committee, at the reported by, as part of the report, and there was the need for the MMGCs to be elected. And when it comes to people with constitutional background and with that constitutional expertise, if you take 1 to 3 within this country, Mr. Mahama Yaragan falls within that place. And the technicalities associated with local government system, you need someone who understands, the system to be able to, as it were, ensure that the right things are done. Because if local government collapses, it is definitely going to affect the central government. So that in itself is a good choice. Finally, on the James Agaga issue, I think when Mr. Ayaga was taken off to the new ministry, I was with some MPs and they told me that the one they see to be more experienced to occupy that position will be James Agaga. Other than that, they believe that Majority Chief Whip, Dafia Mapo, could fit that particular portfolio. So James Agaga, we all know, is also a smooth and slow talker, like that of Mahama Yaga. But for him, he also has a certain temperament, a no-nonsense temperament within him. And I believe that it is going to be an interesting sparring between himself and the minority leader. I don't know if the MPP will also want to consider reshuffle. But I can tell you the type of leadership Mr. Fenyamakis is providing for the MPP. I don't see how they will be able to use that to win the 2028 elections.
Okay. Mr. Santi, finally, before you beja Omowakono. Mati, but briefly, Usha, the minority side, Senya Ora, Apenyo Makin, Wankasa Wakanisem, Nanisem, your Bekebiana, Atem Didi, Nipa, Eba Bak, no attacking the MPP as a political party now. James Agaga, Anisenia, way and Inyamo Parliament, can he handle the minority leader?
That's what I told you, sir. James Agaga is not a pushover. Sometimes you see Mahama Yaga conceding for the sake of peace and for the sake of ensuring that, work progresses in Parliament. I don't see that thing in James Agaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Sante, and Anna Jufaya, the CP, Sauni, I drink more. Okay, Jonathan Santi, political analyst, executive director, Dima African Institute of Strategic Studies, Ono, and Ayani Natrin Komo, Afa Nipa, Sabre Yera John Dramani Mama, Ayan Sachrai, Ewo Won Dibia, Ewo Namemunu, Emu, Ehon.
Na obenfuje na opokwa jiman Ghana mampanyi abedi achire wode atudwa ya wobama ne se ye ka oman Ghana enwumasua paadia eyade ba ko da ban yakoma proso na agenda ba ko betena banwa so wode gu akwamu asese no ebo oman Ghana enwumasua pa eno no no fee stress policy ya wode ba ye ene ye nyina di adanse se adesuafo ya wo mkọ gentete ewo suapo ahodo no emu no fasiafo no wo muntua kapre base ewom na wade sansem wanyina etudwa abreye okopie mu ewo gomua tete kakraba fete kakraba ye no ewo emfimfim mantem no emo wabreye nasua pon ba kwa hodmo ye fe ne se CAF University graduation ceremony bi ekoso de etoso makomako edunum eno ogina paso wade sansem wanyina etudwa eno achi no wato aso de afutu emu odru ekwama disuafo ni nyina se ba wo mo ba no enimdie no wo mkọje ye ne tete ye no wo mkọje ye no wo mo mane nso ho a nemom no wo mo fama meboa oman Ghana empuntuo.
National development really begins with the development of individuals. The theme aligns with government's resetting Ghana agenda, our shared goal of restoring public trust, strengthening national institutions, promoting inclusive growth, and creating opportunities. A meaningful reset must begin with education and with people who are prepared to develop practical solutions and serve their country with competence, integrity, and compassion. For this reason, our government has placed education and human capital development at the center of the national development agenda. Through the No Fee Stress initiative, for instance, the government is helping to remove the burden of academic fees for first-year students admitted to public tertiary institutions. The Student Loan Trust Fund has also undertaken reforms to provide more responsive and sustainable financial support to eligible students throughout their academic journeys. We must ensure that talented young people can develop their potential and contribute meaningfully to national development.
ɛno akyi no ɛna chancellor edema CAF University Owura Michael Edu wɔno so egyina pa so etu adusuafoɔ ne fo sɛ wie a wɔn mu awie no wɔn metena fie mfa wɔn san hyɛ wɔn damri fam na bribia ban no wɔtwa wani ahwɛ wɔn wɔn yankasa enwene kwakyiri na wɔn pɛ bibi enyama wɔn ho
Maybe a CAF yɛtase a wode yɛ first graduated now we are there's a lot of difference na yɛbi can says it make my give we are and the management both the management and then the students and everybody and you know yɛbi can so omu kwe omu kan say who school we are and what we they mo pay na wo abrabɔ no fa akɔtase the omu kono ambassador ambassadors to CAF. If you say brand on the phone or something, and I'm for who say, oh, for CAF. I mean, you come out with something. You get the message of but you will be the answer on put it into practice.
Michael Edu I friend say Big Edu and adishmama yetene nke yamani boni ye otu yenkra finfinfi mantemu Alex don kona de sansami ebesom yen
CAF University mo aye djuma ye pa yento Kasiebo no so na mensi ahoro won mu abankra tempanyefo a won wo oti mantem emo ena won atutu bi de amena NPP amonyoku no kiremu se ena no ye kire yi a won koye na yi a ye nyina ye wa jaju ma ye risu adehye a adikoto won ene won atu na no munsia do no na wo de wo se obeyo ye kire no MMDC is a wo oti mantem kire se we ni amukoye ye mfa so ben na abaso mu wie kura mu ba no deni koyiyawo eye Ghana fo to the extent they say opening a Yera John Dramani Mahama apa no so meje mu nkrata no nana ya gentria nkodru omu yiyawo no obia mu di nanim ye fam mu minority leader enoko yes hard way enti MMDC is ahoro omu otimantem chem se ni amuri ye emfaso bie ni wa abaso amamone edikan ne to so bien eyikura be hu ebedi adanse amagana fo hu se mo ankasa ye mama akonye biem se mo medi o man isu a mo be yawo ye mo fa ye nya hwe sank se 8 years ye hu ne mo ye enti MMDC is amomo otimantem chirim se ni akoso yi wo mo nyina kaseti a ne fenso so mo hwe nim se mo di chaupa ebe magana me nyina titiru ebi be kwa ma ye maame nana ya gentu sank se mo ankasa ye honorable Safon Ketia ana odi kan Krachi is aye mensi no abankra chepanyo no gina ni nua no manan ena odi nsabi atugwa
ni amedi ho yaw kakra pa ne comment free minority leader say to meet a woman of this caliber now you disrespect her in your speech me feel say and honor dey na antwa ne yie because we obi a yenso ye de ne buo ema no fane pa se sempo nanka nyem emfiemu ena maame yi echen no mpo a nanka oye ne yere na se obehu abonten se bema a wadrum pempenso yi na watimi akogina oba nim aka kasa bi se a kire na eya homete kakra but well me sure say oko back no oko video no hu se ni osi ekasa kire ye maame a ebia obenu hu na ode chopper abema
Meka kire use papa we so ba ba pache wonya no ho bia won so banga nan won amanyuku no won so banga won wo mu anen na honorable Nketia Wiesa no ena Nkwanta North mention ma bankra chepanyin honorable Dodoy Kujo Isaiah enso chirem say ni abai no womu nyinara sa MPP fo wonim na se otimantem hode odi won nsam idru horma won so obeche won yie papa sank se amanyoku a we fa ne se NDC a Yera John Dramani Mahamadi won anim a sabe wo ribu man no imputu nyuma horo na oguso wore ye otimantem no emu na wo makwan ma nipa bonefo anasa nkronkro biara wo bekwa kodom eyeku wei e de omanfo anim be yefam na bi bekwa koka Yera John Dramani Mahamadi sank se resetting agenda no oguso a wore bo ho ban ohwe se nema horo nyina bekoso ye papa e wotimantem
nipa ba ko pe no mo ye dede na information na leak here say omusi anka mo nipa 50,000 e ba be yes demonstration we no bo ba kam no show ma do 100 security na aban de agado omukwa eche omukrofo na aba omo akomia no makopem branch bi mu a wo roadside omo be demonstration intimate me a chaos MPP ni case kakra metimi a che media ni say NDC for Anagana for Omajuma Omakuma and Tomuye. The aura Mahama Kano is going to work. Obia Mrani Chino, I just saw Munchino. And Nuntina ya appointees so Mahama Maya Sutilibia say, Ye Jumanu Seno Ope, because Obia and Chile Mrano, Obia and Chisel, the Yesu a Jumama, there's His Excellent John Dramani Mahama for resetting the agenda he's talking about. We are also alert to make sure we do the right thing.
North mention ma bankra chepanyin honorable Dodoy Kujo Isaiah.
Na wasansem kroya emu no ko my Ghana mrahebedwa fia ema ya wo mo ye mrahebedwafo e wo hodom meka women's caucus no ene wo mo so omubu afu pa kire se won manyamfo Alexander Afenyo Kings wanya ade ketekete enra wose wo hwe nsem wo afri na no ba ye ekoma ye mame nana ya agyantoa no a wutimi se we no we nyina ka hu bi na ama ema ye wo my Ghana ha sei amanyo nsem metoda wonfa wo hu enwura mu na wode atodwa ya wo ba mane se ye mame nana ya agyantoa de ekwoso no se na ni anje ho na se opese wo tworo ne nsem nyina egu nkrata so e de bedan mrahebedwa no koma mrahebedwa mu chiame panyi a womo ema mrahebedwafo no nyina no womo eta na chi papa esanse wo hwe nsem afi onumonyafo Alexander Afenyo King ba ye no a anu ba ye no a entwa ye na osade ba akokora eye ne ya ene se Ghana Mampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wono ene paw ma mi se womra na mo petition no ana mo de ba Jubilee House ho no womra meje esanse enra ye nyina nim de na ekoso dada enti Mampanyi ankasa mu na oni ho na wa paw obi so womra meje a wogina ho ma Ghana Mampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enti ebeba ne san ena obi a wonim dimu a ya woda dom ano e womra hyebedwa fie asem bi ete seye efiri wano eba na pani a wono na ye chairperson Edema mrahebedwa women's caucus no ye maame Comfort Doyo Kujo Ganza and wode atodwa ya wo kyese ye maame nana ya agyantoa wom ehwe wanim wo de ensam no ekoso no wani anye ho a kunchani nyina gu nkrata so fabra mrahebedwa na meto speaker nim na wom ma no wom ebeta wachi
why ye papa wakasa ye na madam Patricia Piaje oho na Afenyo Makeka
sa wati ni nyina
sa
wati
abna o se sare so
omu nyina ho se de mo no no kwa no gina mu dende honorable no gina
enti se makwa so nyina no
mati ni nyina wenka se ne Ghana fo eso pa onumanyamfo Alexander Afenyo Makeka nka sabri kwa wa babontia be pachew na me anu amete ye na ye me ya esanse eya na enukra ka hu bi na ema yemfa ye hu nwura amanyonsem wutimi kasa wetimi fi wa no ba enye fine Ghana Mampanyi ne pa no enti o gina ho Mampanyi
o ye senior presidential staffer
enti Mampanyi na yi
na MPP women organizer oho mami na o se won akoshe ni ayi machine Saudi to fama gude o ka MPP time no go so oho
pa nyina oho
na former creative art minister Catherine Agbelema Afeku oho
nyina oho
esla husu oho
na mi a obi sa mi nsem asemenu am na tie se menu am na tie
wonte omo se Afenyo Makeka ya wo nyonko bia
wankasa ye
lovely ya wo maimo ya ntwa Kasiebo no so ya ngaba na enkamata ma mpanyifo a wɔn hwɛ nkramantama so ɛne titiw ɛba no bambɔ mu nsɛm ne obronika ne sɛ Greater Accra Regional Security Council ɔna wɔn di nnafo mako aduonu baako akɔ ama adehye ɛne ɔmanfo no bia motiti bia ya Kweshi Lagoon no ɛwɔ bia a wɔse Laboma Beach no ɛwɔ ɛno hyɛ lada de kotopomansi no ase sɛ ɛnemanimi yia no nefo aduonu baako ntam no umomodi ansa bu firi sanse honum eye Lagoon eni wo kwanse odase ni kotena ho munyai sa de no Ghana memu a yenyai bia ya nsu befa no yenko filifili na yenko sei ade ewo ho na enam sanse miso na Greater Accra Regional Minister Madam Linda Obiniwa Akole Okru na de ya wotu anamon akupuemu ewo ho wo mu ne abambofo kohwe se ne be ya nipa bia wo akosisi niema bia ni hu kwanse obesi ewo Lagoon ni nchen no akodwuru ni nyinara egufam se ne be ya nsuto a ebenya kwan na fa ho yie na nkoba se be ka se nsu eyiri afa obia eno na nam so a Madam Linda Obiniwa Akole Okru odi sa kokobon se mi ekoma won a wo tititi ho.
We are currently at Laboma. We are here to assess the place and know the kind of building that are designated within the buffer zone. And so all those buildings within those buffers will come down. And so this one, in fact, honestly speaking, we're here to do the exercise. But on a second note, we were told that the occupants, they've not been given enough notice. And so we are here to let them know that we are giving them within 21 days. Those buildings that falls within the buffer should be ready within the 21 days. Either they demolish themselves or RECSEC will come back here to do our demolition exercise. At the footage, and so we told them not to continue with the exercise. Are you getting? But sometimes people push us to do whatever, and then at the end of the day, they'll call you all kinds of names. And so they know, the encroachers here knows very well. I'm not sure they even have permit to do whatever they've done here. The assemblies are here. You can find out from them whether they've given anybody permit here. They were told, not that they were not prevented from, raising the structures. They were prevented, but human beings. You leave in the morning, at night you come, they've raised the structures. And trust me, some of the buildings you see here, within 2-3 days you come, they've raised the structures. And so they work at night. And people here are very armed. And so sometimes you tax the assemblies, they are handicapped. Unless they have some kind of enforcement to support them. Without that, they cannot do the exercise themselves. And so that is the issues that came out. The last time even task force came here, they were sacked because the people here are all langas and they were fully armed. And so the assembly couldn't handle them. And that is why we've gotten where we've gotten to. And so most of the buildings will be down. And at the end of the day, you don't blame us.
Owie ni sa no enkramanta ma eba no amanyo sem opanyenga odi anim ene fe bambo musem ede ma NDC eye Owura Anthony Nupenu ono so kasa ye no dode esanti oye bambo ninti ode sa kokobon sem ekoma won a won sisi adan ewo ho
to restore the waterway, the water retention path, and look at how to do some engineering works. Then the heavily silted paths. Where we are standing is a heavily silted path. You see that they've used boulders to silt the waterway. All these things, government is going to take steps to reclaim this way by taking out all these boulders. Then those buildings that we believe are also sitting in the heavy waterway, we are giving them notice to be removed. Someone will say it will be unfair for us to be breaking down buildings today. We are right because none of them have permit. We can break them, but upon other consultations, they are to be given 21 days notice to start removing their properties as government dredge the canal and then
Tenenekwe no mpremprenye ono no political coordinator de ma NDC wakra.
Obinfu Kwasi Jetia wono ene ye panipa se president Edema Ghana National Council of Private Schools na ene wonyina kan wo hu bomu meka private schools mpanifo no ekopie mu ewasye ye show my Ghana yagoma sua so wo mo nsem nyina krunchegu nkrata so petition bi de koma wo so afo ye show my Ghana engoma sua so se na no ada resource e ba ye BEC resource na wo maka ho nsem wa no wo mo srasa daworoma enhwehwemu esefata fekọ pa enkom esan se resource na ba ye na de wo hwe private schools no nkwada no grade no omunya ye no a entwa ye wo msusu se niam anko ye maken no niam anko ye kra wo mtenhwe mu bia sefata bia na wo sempanifo ye se ne be ye nhunu fekọ no ebetimi adadi abreye odin krata no ekoma ye no ensem bia odi tudwa no enie.
On that score, we believe that you think and believe in private education, which has been instituted in the 1992 Constitution, particularly Article 25 Clause 2, that speaks about private participation in Ghana in terms of education delivery. Over the years, private education has contributed to the growth of education in Ghana, and we all can attest to the fact that the product of these, private institutions come together to support the building of this nation. This year's BEC assessment, which is conducted by WAEC, the West African Examination Council, as a service provider, we are not happy about the results. Nobody, and we want to put it on record, that in terms of assessment, no one is better credible witness to testify the credibility of assessment in terms of our students, because we have been with these students over decades, and we know and understand the formative rudiments that we have taken them through in terms of assessment.
Obinfu Kwasi Jetia ena yetene nkene no ache no pania wogina mu ema wodmonyafo Haruna Idrisu ejisa enkratai eyesoafo be de kira wo show my Ghana yangomasua so Dr. Clement Apak wo kyese anamoto bi esefata bia no omoni begu akwan mu afa ho.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahamad's government and our Minister for Education Haruna Idrisu believe strongly in the role the private sector has to play in the very important delivery of education. We believe that every Ghanaian child, regardless of whether he or her is enrolled in a public or a private school, is a Ghanaian child, deserves fairness, deserves equity. Yes. Because government alone, the state alone, cannot shoulder the burden of providing education. This is why this government, under the leadership of His Excellency and the direction of the Honorable Minister, has reached out more than any other government in the Fourth Republic.
Way Dr. Clement Apak and yetene nkene.
Yeah, live on Facebook or Power 979 TVXYZ Ghana, YouTube, yeah, XYZ Broadcasting. Who messages in a mountain cost of family, yeah, back in Kanginara. Na Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, and a Wanga Boamania, Erichim said, new number plate now, what they abano, a Bebuama, a Krongbo, a Tacoso, a Wong Edumedimu, a Honom, and Yanano, a Befrion, if a Bebuamo Mangana, Yankshire, Yanga, Yafufro, Sebetumi Abam. Na international kwanga yefa na eno so ye malances ne fin na ma plate so ewa amansa gwaso no anasa amansa hihye no ye betumi edu ho chief executive officer di ma DVLA ora Julius Nikwe eno de nsame etugwa no terms authority no oguso aworhwem se ne be anu hihye awode abenyina no omanfo nyinara ebetumi ediso ne fe one data nso so no kwanga befa so no omanfo betu ato wade ama won ne hihye nyina no enema bekoso ye Julius Nikwe.
A lot of research work has been done, a lot of maintenance, consultancy within the same authority has been done for us to come by this very system. And trust me, this is going to improve road safety, going to improve data collection, and then also to synthesize our data, make sure our data is something that is good for when customs call for information, when police call for information, BNI, Yoko, National Security, they all call for information. You can easily and readily available give those information out.
Alright, Julius Nikwe, a Chief Executive Officer, Edima Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, no de semi to gua, ewo bono mante wo bra de nkyerɛkyerɛ kɔma adraba fo ne fe wɔn adwumayɛfo a wɔn ɛwɔ hɔ na bono mante mo pani kwankyerɛfo hwɛ DVL wɔn adwumade so ora George Ochre ɛkyerɛm sɛ new policy ojedi sɛ betumi abo ayi pa no de sanity ɛbɛba ɔmangana yɛn car registration system no emo
no yɛhyɛ obi bia sɛ ɛyɛ adwumadie papa a proper records ebeba ebia say na me kan ho say ana esan say international best practice internationally accepted eno no or how bia eni ho say the be problem of tracing records the way of fraud even kra no because of na data ne enye papa see ye free bibi entwi togo cars entwi fam pi na egu system ni ma one number. But with this system, you were cloning machine. Oba ye de be check and who say ampa say we can a genuine. So the buyer you be confident say car no e wodia. Now because as at me no can say about 5% of the total cars in Ghana e fake. Until with this na ye babe no e be yi say fake na omo kra ye ntia duty no omo number no. Machine be yi say enkrofo ni nyina ba eno kra no in that no will raise more revenue for the government and now fraud also and also will be a thing of past.
George Ochre bono regional director Dima DVLA
Yenko Gasout Mansino Emwe na eno wan kramantam ha ya biaya ye fene se Tuba Beach Drive Estate eho na meka sare ho sem kase bi asie ne nyina ne se owura bia ye fene kwasi Raman we yo bia odika ho dwa wone ne ho kani meka sai etua kasa wom ama Raman de wato nananom ewon se do are ho sem isi enra nwumre be ye nonkru brem ewo honom na mane botremu a nwumre num ho no na wone ne enam kakra omo ye work yi bi omo duro omo fie ano a obi nim se emrante a omo bo omtuo na omo tete omo du omo achi osenso na ekosen yo ne eto kasa womo a ekowi akira mono ho ano kwasi Raman de woto anananom ewon siado na yire no meka sai wono so tuo ne bia kano a woda ya asabia woja ya rehwe ewa dokitafo ensem ba ye ne yamane boni oto ye nkra finfinfin mantem no emo Alex Donko ebo pini ho ma woni obi a na nidi sansem yi achi edi enkomo
me eno ameda ho na meti setu ebo pa basia papa bi wo ha wo mu a otu etuo nti madwen ye me se ye ho a nti ni be 10 minutes kwa na me nya call se memra obi frɛ me se memra na me se memra di asɛm ono so na ne papa ho mfa no na so ma bra na betu ka no na bra na me se asɛm bɛn na so bra nti me ba ya na ne abonu tue ne yere no eti pepe ni bi wa ha ni fie ho se ye bo ni to di moja hye e ba maame no nti maame no e ba na frɛ me nti me ba na mo yituo ne ya abɔ ne ha se ene moja e plam na me se na ye di asɛm no so ni kun de wawu oma bo ni tuo am na wu tuo ne de to around 9:30 ne tuo ne kasae
na entry na yete ne nke no achi no manfo bi a womuti Tuba Estate ho nso akasa sere se de akoso ne de akofo ahuni suro na abeto wonom so nti womu hia bambo ewo ho
nipa na amoye ne sa no onye obi a oye basabasa oye obi a ti se oye friendly mo bia eni nya na ewa ha otabetwem wa ha obtia ye bon komo bibia agbomu wa ha nte wuni abon ya pa wuni abon pa so bia won aduru ni se ni pese ya abon tu nte yen so ebe ye den yes police food like yen ya say o met my aba estate am more pa because information kitenkete to me pepe o ha mu to ko wi obi car corner there e kra answer na police fire then aba
this area the security is not tight and any person they employ at the security checkpoint most of them are drunkards. The security is not tight, and that's not the first time. Recently, they shot a certain boy in front of this gate.
Yamani Boni Alex Donko and a disansami Ebesumayen.
Na addition mu bi a won ewo brewani ase ewo eye utimantem ene wode ofre akwama won mrahye begwani honorable Jofre Kini ene mensin ma bankra chipanyin a owo ho eye Joseph Awal entry say won akwan enye krakrakrakrakra inti wosra won ye papa so won hwese wo betumi aye hu bribi ede ama won adehye ede nsamitu yan amane boni Ibrahim so enim.
Yes, Rabbi, boy, not to me, Quanamai. Yes, Honorable Jeffrey, on fire, Quano to the plans, not to me, boy, no, your Quanamai. Your business is no, especially a form the Amasi, ya to her, Caribbean to me, fat, Bansa, a higher papa.
As if people are not human beings, as if they're in the jungle. Meanwhile, every year they vote, every 4 years they vote. Look at this road, how they are suffering. The contractor that was awarded this contract last year or last 4 years about never did anything. He just dug this whole year, a whole year, and look how we are suffering. Not even chippings on this road. Nothing is happening here.
Ombabe to get us nay bridge some bay and answer one yeshi. Oh, yeah, Janemo mat answer one yeshi. Ye bay through a ha and Nancy is see a man for passengers. And son of my to me, I took ye Pamucho, Mampani, any ye papa Jofre Kini, Yasramo, Madaruma, Mumbai, Nakwen to me.
Yata mi afia nya puzupu chola fia ibonti bon ha edogare la moji bureka makpo mo ayo bridge kala bonti bon ha ya ha o we pere ta mechi do esi ayila ede na bridge afuna agbera ta mi o mi chi domodomo aleke mi awa tofu moga adobro nya se ayi kwanta ha mi makpo mo ayo yata mi de kuku de mi afa jo ma me gabe de na kpere mi ahun no ova wo mo na mi yamanya na ma mi le fu pakpa ma blibo mi ore siare mi le kuku de mbene kponu bla yinami
eti yesrem panyefo honorable Joseph Awala entry we di misrao mede kuku moji manyo mede kuku hwe kwange won se nkrofo ide se ne abai ami nkrofo ya ninga obrewani ase pusupu kwange enye honorable Joseph Awala entry one Jofre Kini munhwe lovely be trust you timuhwa na munya kwan fama menuanu mu a wo mo hoyi na yebekwa akogye nga boafo nkrato na MTN fusi minka so wonye mfisha eduasa MTN 30 and to the 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser aba NFA 10 million Ghana cedis eno so yesika wode etachi to su bomodin fa ho jemu bi na nya sasika bi na ache de bi ube dial *530# and also ube use my MTN app no na wotumi enya sa ache de mu bi mipacho MTN 30 make every moment count inshe kakra bi pe na ebata mo adwenkyere ni bi na shama ba use John Mahama was yesterday ni year papa the leadership no eye na ablade fiakuma use uma newly reassigned ministers no uma wotrim kwa ye papa uchia nana Kojotoku na Inusa Yakubu uso maya jo lovely odeni hu Debra uso akra lovely akwaba John Dramani Mahama was yesu ni ye pa Adam Moses uso akra uni akosia muhwa ye feye mukala ne mache Virgin Chain Mensa uso hwe life every akrokari Koko Crachin so oboase uwo honom na Becky Asante use mo nipa benu moyade akra mo akwaba mehu wani mache mipacho menko bebia Moses so power news today number 1 monfrafre mu losing disu uwokpasa use uchi aya na Jofre na musu muhia premix fuel mpanyifo nhwe Uma Ibrahim uhwe yen na fe Dr. Beatrice so yamowajo me ntwa ho tia ne emra
na ede na aya obayi a oda forma so ne yafunu mu emunum ni
oh Mr. Entry also ya reya titi be benfie pi nanso ne yam nyo no da se me kire no ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ya nwanwa
menyi ni se what also tamfo Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture yanum bom kotia also no bia ma no anom anka ne ho ato no dadaada also dro de eno ne Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture
akom ni nkyeremu
also ye kura eto yafunu ene ensunumu etuma wo yafunu ekeka wa wogire ho a enye also etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie so how eye also de a compare Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto
pedudu atu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takrade AA Mensa Anafre 020382285 apinfo abatan a woma won mofra no fo ene mofra woni mfie dumienu enka ho Haxa capsules ene ne mixture
all satan for FDA age adwade nkratoyi atom.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, Medo. Not why you put Sassan. Ono Dabre Wabre.
Ako, said you mean Sanny Nyamu Trimino. It me prove sorry.
I'm me free market to buy it. And I'm a 3P garlic me say the brew. Sanumbi, Asan water. Ni Yana Sawagota.
3P garlic mix.
The Mamocha do more for Sunny. Naswa garlic papa be
And now, Madame Fukufin Poka to them say, he work natural health. One more day, and we will be by a friend 3P garlic mixture. Na omo for two busu no enya sam ketwa
say ye didi na ya numi ya de betimi aba enti se wonum 3P garlic mesa na odi abo ho ban
se wonya sunsuanso boni bia fa eduro ni ho a bo health provider amane ana FDA e wo med safety app no
Fred Piwak e wo 02489288824 ana 02010000021
FDA agi edwedi nkrato yi
If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai cry mabre, me bosia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yamamu akwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hye ya hodo bi te se dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. And that's all our savings account. Me bada chain savings account. And the keka ho. First Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Now one so to miaka say.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Missy Menanum. A group bassa abi bragro tibedo imlenu. Na ma premayo.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow. Na yes, edrum rebi kra na me ba no timede omo be gumi so weekend no.
Hey, mumle.
I don't think I'm catch you say. Ya no medi garlic capsules. Poso na ebesi so kama. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Oh, na te pa dia.
Medimosis garlic capsules. Boa mamoja di nipadua mu efrusani ye na esiesie oba ne barima mahona hoden. Ubenya edroyi bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy store frey wo 050-349-4885. Edroyi enye mamofra enye ndi mfie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medimosis wonni how FDA agidwe di nkrato yi atom.
247. If any person deliver parcels.
Personal, Miss Orano Panama Quajuma say, not too much drinking. A sunny traffic ain't it? If it's 7 ya Okada 247, me don't come up, Bribia.
Don't just get there on time. Okada 247, that's right on time. Okada 247.
Okada 247 or you safe pa if one are 60 na waba. We're disappointed so that Mrs. Ciara on number 5.
They be having pay transportation air affordable.
Okada 247. And no name a choice.
Download Okada 247 app na our phone so. Say Android and now iOS. Okada 247. May and phone call. I'm a bumbo council.
Okada 247. It is safe.
Esa ya mama kwaba na ya feed of fire ngedrusu na ni JD Kasiebo na ya edupia Belinda ni MPSA ode erebreg nansa na mema na kwaba pipacho Becky Asante uwo eye UK United Kingdom osi ekasongoma next time you come to the UK mpacho bomodern invitation fabra ahu hariso meba ya kwaba so my nyanko
yo mikremutwe na ya chance won kran he ya if you say ye nuanom a wo gamashi Jamestown any buku already won homo festival na wo say we ni the homecoming experience inti enran wo shase red Thursday na eno no dinga na eda so so be eno ne chese wo say homecoming which has to do with unity and our face so ancestral connection among the Ga people inti enran and also ekoso ewo Jamestown na ni nyina ne akono so hu se ne wo hye won atare kenten nnuan ne ade a wodi ni nyina no ewo kenten ni mu wo hono mu na ade na akono pa wo hono mu yiye na yen antimi an continue nya abranti a wo Jamestown and this service house no ema yen ewo ho inti eno no akwakoboa se sa dwumedi ni nyina bekoso ma na wano wo ho nti wa wo hye TVXYZ no so no uhu se nia ekoso ewo ho na ene fida no wo ye White Friday na wo no se intafo wanga wa yentafo nkrafo ni ti wo friend ye inti ntafo festival na ne wo ye ma won wo be bompire mantafo na won aka nhyirasem e de akire won if say won wo susu say wo ye ata na na ti say nhyirasrunku bi ana ensasrunku bi e da wo so eno ti ene sa dwumadi no so e course wa eno ne ye White Friday inti ene wo su say visuals na ekoso LTVXYZ no so no wode enwura I say nyinya enwura bi na wode rugware ntafo no wo ho na wo bompan so e de ama won ekire esre inshirasem e de ama won akra wo say eno ne 200 years of Katamanso celebration inti nyina ka ho bi na woreto nsa e de afre asantefo na efe ye kwapemfo so won nyina won fa odom be bodom na wondi afahye no na enye fe kama ne kwanso na yenkohye se ne adwumedi na ekoso ho no mbra Jumedini ni akoso Jamestown eni no china no be red Saturday ani nyina no be wi aba be piemu ewo gwaboi bi ase na won aye jams fefefe ho carnival inti ochina woriton sa dia frɛ na kwasida no won aye White Sunday eno no ye Ingowala what say is dedicated to Ingowala inti minkrang na sheda ye papa bi inti ni amate no mfa ne sa na empa gba wo bo ma intafo ne ne ade no yenko have a feel of it na yemra
na wakashole mafe wono na me bani ame bakani ne ko be wo hela me kani ne enu ame kwa boni shi ayo boni ti ayo boni bi yo boni ni yo ke jo mo ko ame ke ba o se no ya wakashole mo abosa ko suno la ko di tae ko ame tae ko ne ba ka ke kwe ko bi bio ne be ni wo won ta wo na so no se ya lo ma no ne ba binu
Wabaloma wo. Wabaloma wo. Yeboma wo tedi fasasi afia.
Yo nti we ni dwumadi bi ekoso ene ewo Jamestown na eguso ara rekoso nti ochina no na motumi etwesi krom na makakobwa wono ngaye e red Saturday no dwumadi no mana ye fe kama wo ho na yemfi ho no na yemra e trends na ekoso ewo social media ne so na ntoka obia start ya ese na eri unity we ni ye fans fo no na opiapia santoka ne dia mayen 2023 ena Batman Samini ekoye interview bi with TV3 na odinsen bi etugwa amafu say sakode na no de yanko interview nimra.
Something have happened in the past, or is this all coming from
nothing,
just
nothing?
Just
this is coming
recent...
off of just when he thinks that he get the sharpest mind. Tell me one track from him where being alone do way big like that. Doesn't he just go around using everybody as he can and as he can?
Is that what he does?
That's what he came to do with me. So I can confirm that's what he does. You sent me a song, Love Rocks. I took 24 hours to do that verse and sent to you. And even that made him do his third verse on the song because he realized it.
Oh, yes, Samini in the Yakoti, and that was 2023. Na Enra Sarkodie and a dope nation, a release in your most easy. If easy do I make we see. Na amount for HSS Sarkodie a true shots at Samini because of Sansem no count 2023. Nitiakwa is a landlord today. I only need a beef and now I so now or the amount in the appropriate time. It's when a trend was social media. So now Bakupia San trendy say chairman Buga yo ono na NDC NPP third chairman no wa kwako ware fancy gadam ne ex-wife Queen Mila yes wa kwako ware no na amanfo Eric Kasabebre ewo ho na Jodia ne esi ni nyina no me de beba beso emo ewa ha no midin de ja edubia enim pesi.
Yeah, that's it. So the energetic Kasiebo no abraying. My emphasis dan koma medi Moses for one musi minka chiro so the lift capsules no by 100% natural benye biato chemical na se herbal shop biara mu fred 0244 068447. Let's talk educational consult we teshin White State no wa ben the Jokuku Municipal Assembly no enefe wo Mango Street ne so fred 0249 069 821 Facebook, LinkedIn and in X so one ding ewo ehono esanse won be kira de ochina Saturday Solak Clinic wo muse yanka kiro say kidney irritated u liver hunsem stomach u yefu na yare bi abeto mampacho Solak Clinic wo se minka kiro say hwehwe won ewo kokumlemre wo be Harvard Senior High School no fre 055 393 2631 na beje ayarehwe ewo ho 3P garlic mixture for general body pains and as a joint utinasika krana nanga ititi kasimro so ene wefu ya kasimpacho eno na bebu akufisam ubenye biato ho Little George War Community 5 Tribe of Judah Wakaswa Medina and St. Joseph Nkotobi or Health Alert Shop. Dr. Prince Mototi was 0248 928 824 and 0201 000 021. Na Okada 247 here app fufra abami pacho omusi mika cho say o download the app we be now febia obetimi acha obetimi win to the tune of 500 Ghana cedis. Yes, obibiara obey lucky no obetimi win 500 Ghana cedis. Enti download my Okada 247 app no e wo Play Store and I say Apple Store ne yara na so modern safe trip no and I also modern na fa ho jembi na se de bi ada in complain say traffic actual Okada 247. Let's go safely. Proudly Ghanaian. Edu Herbal Clinic. Wong no di SMB test no aba head office no Mankasim Befi Chrome. Na uko Ekus Herbal wa Shaiman Big Maron wo La Paz New Market. Rigos Pharmacy so ewo Carnation Little George War Community 5 Odoko Official Town so one branch ni bi ewo honom na nabo ache bi wo ho Kaswa Type of Jida ni AA Mensa Watakrade Fred 055 837 9545 and 020 104 4221. Now Ruta natural product in so me pacho what the Ruta mixture aba malaria drew Ruta Titanic no ye for typhoid. Ruta life no ehuru ni pedrenum if biara be ye fi ho mema wonya pomodin ye papa ko eye heba shop ana chemical shop kotobi ewo ho no wapomodinsem enkoso ye infa imma upedodo wetu ono afra 0244 503 443 na wanya edrupe bi o mangade she ha na edika se bonyina ano ebesi ene fida na dwefen ede amamo na ansana ye bekokra no reverend pabi wapu mantama hinkro kufuru dua oni noela nom yo wo famisi mi mama ajo happy belated birthday enkoma mrashebegweni di madisha wong ewole jokuku abato mpesua so eye Benjamin nate ayuku eye free eye Ismail ho oye constituency communication officer and so currently no we say vie for secretary ship position or the Jokuku constituency secretary hopeful and a team ni nyina constituency executives and MC nyina was your mouth happy belated birthday among others.
Yeah, Kona Ellis, Ewo Ridge Hospital, and was so shy, Michiane Pa, and I'm a soft barco Isaac Budu.
Ejabudu neti hey.
It's House of Faith Ministries in Koko, a hot and now it's also Isaac Budu was also sharing you Ray. Yet shall ye pa.
Among others, as a dan common newsroom team, no camera crew, MCR, radio department to be Biara Yadamwase, and the Fidana Jofame working come for meeting the Accra lovely. Kofi Dakon, Miss Ochana Yankrupo Yaduma, Yabeko Achimchebi, a honome Yabeko Jow, Dr. Samuel of Swampo for Nipa Pada Fem, Yabeko Kranechi Krakra, a watching Chibi, in Tiochana, all roads leads to Achimchebi. Pako honumana ya jina ya naso kasongo man nyadia anohumia ufremia mejuso wehumi susuda mini makeup o midindi Accra Kofi Dakon lovely aka Mr. Kasongo mene
da chehima akosia oforiwa amanfo
da masima moniti anywhere